Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Wales versus Wallabies game that takes place on Saturday. So we'll go through the squads first and then we'll do some prediction stuff. So we'll start here with the Wales squad. At number 1 we have Wyn Jones. At number 2 we have Elias. At number 3 we have Francis. At number 4 we have Beard. At number 5 we have Davies. At number 6 we have Jenkins, who is the captain. At number 7 we have Basham. Number 8 we have Wainwright. At number 9 we have Thomas Williams. Number 10 we have Dan Biggar. Number 11 we have Adams. At number 12 we have Halaholo. At number 13 we have Tompkins. At number 14 we have Lewis Rees-Zammit. At number 15 we have Liam Williams. Now on the bench today we have D at number 16. We have Thomas at number 17. We have Lewis at number 18. We have Carter at number 19. At number 20 we have Shunza. Not quite sure how to pronounce that name, so if we got that wrong, can you please tell me how I pronounce that in the comments? At number 21 we have Gareth Davis. At number 22 we have Reese Priestland. And at number 23 we have Johnny McNichol. So that is the Wales team. This is quite a nice Wales team, you know, a good front row, and a good type 5 overall. Adam Beard is an amazing line-out defender, which, I mean, we saw he actually did really well against South Africa, even though Wales lost. And we have Thomas Williams and Dan Biggar, which I think is their best 9-10 partnership that they've got. And then they have a fantastic back three with Josh Adams, Lewis Rees-Zammit, and Liam Williams. Liam Williams is just a fantastic defensive fullback these days. He can also attack very well. And we know that Josh Adams just scores tries for fun, and the pace of Lewis Rees-Zammit is unbeatable, maybe, in World Rugby right now. If there's anyone faster, tell me down below, but he's just a wizard with his pace. Okay, so let's move on to the Wallabies squad. At number 1 we have James Slipper. Number 2 we have Latu. At number 3 we have Tupou. At number 4 we have Arnold. At number 5 we have Rodda. At number 6 we have Leota. At number 7 we have Samu. At number 8 we have Valentini. At number 9 we have Nick White. At number 10 we have James O'Connor. At number 11 we have Dalguna. Number 12 we have Paisami. At number 13 we have Ikatau. At number 14 we have Andrew Kellaway. At number 15 we have Kurtley Beale. And James Slipper is the captain, by the way, today, which is interesting because I don't think he's been great the last couple of weeks. So I think that's an interesting choice. Anyway, on the bench we have Fine Gaz, number 16. We have Angus Bell, number 17. We have Alan Alatoa, number 18. We have Will Skelton, number 19. We have Lachlan Swinton at number 20. We have Tate McDermott at number 21. We have Lalakai Foketi. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that one, so please tell me how I do that in the comments below. It is his debut if he comes off the bench today. At number 23, we will have Tom Wright as well. So that is the Wales team. So Wales have been interesting. They've been okay. They maybe could have beat Scotland in the first game of the international window. They were quite outmatched against England really last weekend. I think England were comfortable in that game for most of it, but they just really good players, the likes of Nick White in there and Andrew Kellaway in there. James O'Connor is a pretty good 10 as well. He's probably not the best in the world, but he is still a solid 10. Of course, it's not their best team they could have because a lot of them didn't come north originally, but it's a decent team. Slipper for me has been pretty rubbish the last couple of tests. He's been quite easily dominated in the scrums, but he is their captain today with them, of course, Hooper being out injured now. Those are the teams, and we will move on to what the bookies' odds are for this game. So for Wales, Australia, they have it at 4-5 for Wales and 7-5 for Australia, which means they're just edging Wales as the favourites for this game. I'm not entirely sure who's going to win this. I think Australia could win this, but I think Wales have not been very convincing of late. They lost to Argentina in the summer. They got battered by the All Blacks and lost to South Africa. I mean, losing to the All Blacks in South Africa, there's nothing wrong with that. But their performance against Fiji was pretty rubbish. Like, Fiji were down to 13 men for 20 minutes of that game. They were down to 14 men for another, 40 or so minutes of that game. They really should have been far, far ahead in that game. But I think, was it with like 15 minutes to go, Fiji were 9 points ahead of them and they'd been a man down since the 20th minute. So That's not great from Wales, but I think with it being at home at the Principality Stadium, I think Wales will probably just edge it. So I think it's going to be Wales by 5 points is what my prediction for this game is going to be. However, I could easily see Australia winning this game too. I think it's going to be tight. I think it should be hopefully be a good contest with some good passing rugby going on. I know both teams like to play the ball, so that's what I think is going to happen in this game. Please tell me what you think about this game. Tell me if I got any pronunciations of names wrong, and tell me if you can type it phonetically. Tell me how to pronounce them, because I want to be able to pronounce these names correctly. But yeah, tell me what you think is going to happen in this game. Like the video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe if you're new around here. But as always, have a great day. See ya.